You trampled the sea with your horses, churning the great waters. Habakkuk 3:15. This verse is more allusion to both God's victory over Egypt in the Exodus and the return of Jesus in the future. If you'll recall from the book of Exodus, God commanded Moses to stretch out his staff over the Red Sea, and the sea separated. Once Israel was through the sea on dry ground, and the Egyptian host was in furious pursuit in the middle of that dry ground, God commanded Moses to again stretch out his staff over the sea, and it again came together, drowning the Egyptians. In this way, God trampled the sea and churned its great waters. As we talked about just a few days ago, on his last day on earth, Elijah did a similar thing at the Jordan River, so that he and Elisha could walk across the river. They crossed to its eastern bank, where Elijah would then be taken up to heaven. God separated the river, and in doing so, trampled its power under his own. And then there's that time when Jesus walked on water. You know, I love going to the ocean. I was born in the American Midwest and saw the ocean only once while I was growing up, when I was just 2 at the Jersey Shore with my family. And I know it happened only from pictures. I didn't see the ocean again until I was 15, this time in California, and I was amazed. After a few years, my first military assignment saw me spending over 3 years sailing on a ship in the Western Pacific, where I got to enjoy countless nights watching the sun set over the water, and wonderful beaches in Japan and Hawaii and California, and even in Alaska. Today, I love watching the waves move back and forth at the ocean, and I love the sound of the water as it moves, the sound of the wind over the water. To me, it's extremely relaxing, and there's no power on earth more powerful, more worthy of respect or wonderful than the oceans. Our weather, our seasons, our commerce, and our food all depend on the waters of the great oceans, either directly or indirectly. It's no wonder I'm so enamored of the ocean because, well, frankly, it's a wondrous thing to behold. But get this, God is more powerful, more worthy, more wonderful than all the oceans combined. He is over them, and an unspoken thought in his mind has more force than even the highest tsunami. God made the oceans, and he's over them, trampling them and churning their waters at every moment. Habakkuk was right to include a reference to God's power, to Jesus' dominion over the waters, because it's yet one more way to show how majestic is the Lord of all creation, and how we, part of that creation, really aren't.